Alright, as many of you know, this is February. And dang it.
And dang it.
And dang it.
February and dang it, everybody.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of As Father and Son. This is episode number 2. I'm Andy.
I'm Aiden.
And now you are Aiden, son of Andrew.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Champion of Aidens.
We are the champions, my friends.
Yes. All right. As we're filming this, we are halfway through the month of February, which is already weird to think about. And you have a very cool way of saying February. I can never say it right. I always want to say February, but it's not. It's February. So how is your way of remembering?
The feds are coming. Let's make coffee and then go up to the clouds and be airy. or make coffee that's airy.
I like it.
Yes.
It works.
Fed, brew,
airy. I like it. As many of you know, the month of February is Black History Month. So Aiden and I thought it would be cool to honor Black History Month by talking about some African American actors who portray some of our favorite fictional characters. When I was a kid growing up, I was blessed to be raised in a household where skin color was not a thing. It didn't matter. People were just people, and we all hung out with each other, and everything was cool. And that meant a lot to me. And so every time February would roll around in elementary school, we would learn about Black History Month. And it was the coolest thing to me to learn about people like Harriet Tubman, Booker T. Washington, and especially one of my favorite heroes, Martin Luther King Jr. So we're going to talk about some of these actors and their characters, and we hope you enjoy it. Okay, the first character we want to talk about is the character of Mace Windu in Star Wars. Mace Windu is a pretty awesome Jedi.
Very awesome.
He is actually one of the only Jedi who actually called out the training of Anakin Skywalker
from the beginning.
Because as we all know, Anakin turned out to be Darth Vader and kind of messed everything up pretty bad. Yeah, made a pretty bad decision.
He knew it from the beginning, and so did Yoda.
Yeah, Mace Windu. Yeah, no, Yoda kind of knew it, but Mace Windu definitely called him out. Mace Windu in the live-action movies is played by Samuel L. Jackson, who also plays Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is the sun coming up?
Then put it on the left.
I love that line. Okay. Samuel L. Jackson also plays Frozone
in the Incredibles movies.
In the Incredibles movies.
In the Incredibles movies.
In the Incredibles movies, which are very good.
Mm-hmm.
In the Clone Wars cartoons, in the Genndy Tartakovsky. Did I say that right? I said it right.
Genndy Tartakovsky.
Yes, in the Genndy Tartakovsky. Mace Windu. In that Clone Wars and the Star Wars Clone Wars that's on Disney Plus, Mace Windu is played by Terrence Carson. So this action figure that I have, the one in the white package, and that one is from the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars. Mace Windu in that show is absolutely fantastic.
He's brilliant.
He's a boss.
He's flipping everywhere, jumping everywhere, blocking everywhere.
Blocking and jumping and everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Everywhere. That's exactly what he does too. It's awesome. So you are a collector of lightsabers. Tell everybody how many lightsabers you have.
54.
He has 54 lightsabers.
I have 54 lightsabers.
54 lightsabers! Alright, so right now we're going to use the Force.
Yes. And we're going to teleport us.
And we're going to teleport you to...
talking in detail about the two Mace Windu lightsabers that I own.
Alright, let's teleport our friends to...
Hey guys, so here we have two Mace Windu lightsabers that I own. They are very different from each other. This one is from a costume company called Ruby's. And the blade will not stay in the saber in any way. It'll always fall out if you put it upside down. But it's still cool, and the blade is very long, and the light is adequate, although it doesn't make sounds. Now, this one does make sounds, and you can see the light in the dark, but it's very blue. It's not really that purple as Mace Windu's would be. The details are also very different. As you can see, the hilt is smaller in this one than it is on this one, and the shape of the emitters is different. This one is funneled, just like Mace Windu's actually is, while this one is kind of inaccurate because it's just straight, like this way. It doesn't cave in like this one. So there are some detail differences. The button is on this one is a knob that almost acts like a flashlight, where you can see like this. But yeah, this one is like a button where you switch that way, and you see this right here. These are two very similar pieces of the saber. But this one is the button where this one is just a detail added to the saber, to make it look more like Mace Windu's. I don't believe this actually does anything. It might if you actually had a working belt clip, but it doesn't do anything since I do not have a working belt clip. Yeah, also this part of bottom of the saber is thicker on this part than it is on this part. This one is actually more accurate, as where this isn't. So it's definitely detail variance. This is the button on this saber, as it is also with the Blade Builder's Mace Windu. So they kept that detail on for the Blade Builders when they made that one. And as you can see, this blade sticks out and does not go all the way in, as to where this one goes completely in, but it just falls out if you put it upside down. So yeah, that's my two Mace Windu's lightsabers.
All right, now we're going to move on to Lando Calrissian. This is one of my favorite characters.
Hello, what have we here?
Hello, what have we here? He's so awesome. Billy D. Williams. Lando Calrissian is played by the one and only Billy D. Williams. Billy D. also voiced Lando Calrissian in Star Wars Rebels and the Lego Movie. If you were a kid in the 70s and 80s, man, you wanted to be as smooth as Billy D. Williams. You wanted to be as tough as Mr. T and as smooth as Billy D. I'm just saying, man, you did. And so Billy D. Williams also plays Harvey Dent.
I pity the fool. So it's like, yeah.
If Mr. T said his famous line like Billy D. Williams,
yes,
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, and true. So Billy D. also plays Harvey Dent in the 1989 Batman movie, and then goes on to voice Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie. So Harvey Dent and Two-Face are the same character. Billy D. Williams was the very first African American to have a major role in the Star Wars franchise, which is super cool. Love Lando Calrissian. Love his character. He's just super awesome. All right, so this is my favorite Lando Calrissian figure that I have. This one is actually special. It was released in 2004, and it's the one on the black card in the picture. They made these cards to look like the original 1970s series action figures, and I love anything that's from the original trilogy collection or the vintage collection. Those are my favorites just because the cards are fantastic on those, and nostalgic on top of it. So anyway, and what's cool is my mom actually got that figure for me for Christmas, so it holds a special place in my heart. Indeed, we love...
a piece of my heart.
We love.
We just quote movie lyrics.
That's a song.
Lyrics.
That's a song lyric.
We quote movie lines.
Take another little piece of my heart now, baby.
We quote song lyrics and we quote movie lines.
Movie lyric lines.
Movie line lyrics.
We love Billy D. Williams.
We do, yes.
All right, now we're going to move on to
John Stewart,
one of my favorite characters in the DC universe, and that is John Stewart, Green Lantern. John Stewart is the very first African American to appear in DC Comics. He first appeared in Green Lantern number 87 in December of 1971, and his original design was based on the actor Sidney Poitier. John Stewart's background is that he was a U.S. Marine from Detroit, Michigan, who was originally selected by the Guardians as a backup to Hal Jordan. But anyway, later on in the comics, Hal Jordan gave up the mantle of Green Lantern, and John Stewart was selected for full-time duty. John Stewart in the Justice League cartoons.
And Justice League Unlimited.
And Justice League Unlimited. Those are some of my favorite cartoons ever. I love John Stewart in that. And one of the reasons I love John Stewart so much in that is he's voiced by the great
Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar, who also voiced
Kid Fisto and Samurai Jack.
Kid Fisto and Samurai Jack. That's right. And Samurai Jack is definitely one of our favorite characters in cartoons. So John Stewart, Green Lantern, is represented here by this Justice League Unlimited figure that was released in 2008 with a series of those. Mm-hmm. And also, tell them about your Imaginext figure.
Oh yeah, so this one is from a blind bag, an Imaginext DC Superheroes blind bag that I got. And I have another one, as you can see, from a separate Imaginext set where he came with the DC supervillain Mongol. So, and he comes with some accessories like this staff and this armor piece. But yeah, he's pretty cool. So
definitely pretty cool. Mm-hmm. We love John Stewart.
We do love John Stewart.
Okay, last but certainly not least is Black Panther. Black Panther was the very first black superhero ever to appear in the comics. He was created by the amazing Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Yes, and first appeared in Marvel Comics Fantastic Four number 52 in July of 1966.
That's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. And that was during the height of the Civil Rights Movement. So how gutsy was it for Stan Lee and Jack Kirby to just right smack in the middle of all that to go,
of all the chaos.
And of all the chaos to just go, here's a black superhero.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, and you know, in Marvel, if I need to make sure I have my facts correct, but I believe that Falcon came out even before John Stewart. So
I actually originally thought that Falcon was the very first African American Marvel superhero.
No, Black Panther was, and then Falcon, and then Luke Cage. But I think in the comics in general, I think it goes Black Panther, Falcon, John Stewart, and then Luke Cage. Okay. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the order.
Yeah.
You can please feel free to fact check us in the comments. Yeah. So anyway. It took an incredible amount of courage for Stan Lee and Jack Kirby to do that. And
they were very brave.
They were very, very brave. And so I really feel like they were trendsetters in that regard. And it's super cool that they did that. Black Panther is voiced by James Mathis III in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, which is available on Disney+.
Which we highly, 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 cannot say enough, highly recommend.
Yes, we highly recommend that one. That is an excellent cartoon. Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Well written.
And Black Panther's arc in that is super cool. In the Black Panther movies, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, mm-hmm. Black Panther is portrayed by none other than Chadwick Boseman. So T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, first appears in Captain America Civil War. Then we see him in
Black Panther, that his actual solo movie.
Yep, and then
in Infinity War, and then in Endgame.
That's right. So that's his arc in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love his character in those movies, his solo movie, and even in Civil War. It's one of my favorite things to see him by the end of Civil War. You know, realize that he had been consumed by revenge, and then just be able to let that go, and then go on to lead in Wakanda. Like as a true amazing, just a true king, true king and a true superhero. So I think the Black Panther movie especially was really, really good and done really well. Do you think that?
Oh, I thought it was done phenomenally. I thought the special effects were quite amazing. The story was phenomenal.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, everything about it was really good.
And then we talked about this too the other day, how we felt that that Black Panther and Killmonger, those two, like their collision as hero and villain was pretty classic.
Oh yeah, that was pretty classic. Bad guy versus guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cast of that movie, you got Forrest Whitaker, you got Angela Bassett,
we got Andy Serkis,
Martin Freeman, Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, The movie's just incredible. If you guys haven't seen it, check that one out.
Yeah.
It's very, very well done. Okay, so here I have my favorite Black Panther action figure. This one was actually released in 2018 in a series that Hasbro did of the different Marvel characters on retro and retro packaging. The Captain America is awesome in that series. He's classic comic book. So is Vision. Vision is classic comic book in his outfit. So the series is really cool, and the way they did Black Panther is just phenomenal. So that's my favorite Black Panther action figure. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We had fun doing that video. It was important to us to honor Black History Month, so we hope you enjoyed it. And in the meantime,
Please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications.
and until the next time we see you, McClunky.